We continue to follow the latest developments following a crash in New Hampshire that killed 7 motorcyclists and injured 3 others. We know that the state Registry of Motor Vehicles failed to take action after the driver who crashed into the group, Volodymyr Zhukovskyy of West Springfield, was charged with an OUI in Connecticut the month before. Western Mass News reporter James Villalobos joins us in the studio with some action being taken now by the RMV. James?
Well, Beth, as we have reported, the head of the RMV resigned after the crash because the department did not act on information provided by the Connecticut DMV, which should have terminated Zhukovsky's commercial driver's license. The state launched an investigation immediately into how many other drivers may have violations that were unprocessed, and as of now, a total of 876 people have had their licenses suspended. Last week, the RMV began an investigation on the state-to-state communications on driving records. The state is focusing on serious violations that make a person ineligible to drive. Those can include operating under the influence, refusing to take a chemical test, and violent offenses such as vehicular homicide. A review of out-of-state violations not processed resulted in a total of 746 Massachusetts drivers getting their licenses suspended. In addition, 130 drivers had their licenses suspended due to violations discovered in a separate review of archived documents discovered in boxes that had notifications that weren't processed. Those dated back 5 years. Governor Charlie Baker saying today that more changes will be coming.
The lapses discovered at the registry are unacceptable, and the consequences of these lapses have had tragic outcomes.
More suspensions are expected to be announced in the coming days and weeks as this investigation continues. Coming up at 6 on Western Mass News, we'll tell you about a motorcycle ride set to take place tomorrow to honor those killed and whether or not the governor plans to file legislation as a result of this crash. James Villalobos, Western Mass News.